So first of all, I just want to show you in the Old Testament, okay, how God picked a fight. He always wanted to pick a fight. He is Yahweh of Yahweh. Oh no, sorry, Elohim of Elohim. He's Lord of Lords, okay, God of gods, Lord Most High, amongst the divine council. If you don't understand there's a divine council and what's going on, you don't understand why they do the things they do in the Bible. You don't understand this fallen council has messed up human DNA, and they want our DNA to be messed up. They don't want the Messiah, and they don't want manifest sons. Because manifest sons is the end for them, okay? Yep. And they're fighting for it. And they want our emotions so they can express themselves. And as we'll see today, or probably tomorrow, we'll see that it is the nature you express that is your father. That's how Jesus talks about it. You're expressing the nature of a murderer now, so Satan is your father. You're not of me, you're not my sheep, okay? Satan's your father. He's very clear on this, okay? It's that record in you, a different frequency set, what you agree to, what you believe, how you react, what triggers you, okay? And we're learning to overcome these things. And you inherited, you're a beautiful spirit being, perfect. You've inherited this DNA. Now, some of your DNA, back to 10 generations, says God is a bad father. Yahweh is a bad father. You, Father, you did this to me. That's Adam's first reaction. He's now expressing the nature of Satan, who was one of those beings that fell, the first one, and he turns in wrath, and he wants to murder God. Yeah, he hates God. He's a murderer, a liar, and a thief. And that's what that nature is. And fortunately, is that the right word for term to use? With wisdom and grace and all understanding, to God's great delight, before the foundation of the world, he decided to make you holy and blameless in his sight. Why? So you could have a family to govern with, like the Bible started with, all through the Old Testament, and now, and in book of Revelation, right through. Yeah, that's what he wants, to govern with his family. So, the problem is the 5 falls of Genesis 1 to 11. That's the problem, okay? And then, so Genesis 12, God starts to fix up this problem. As we saw, Genesis 12 was in the body. It's a flesh war, so to speak. And then the New Testament is a spiritual war. In Genesis 12, we won't have to go there. I'll just read these out. So Abraham, what's the first thing God did to Abraham? He took him out of his land. Remember, gods have land. And this guy, who served the god of that land, a fallen Elohim, or maybe not, but an Elohim, certainly, was moving to another land. So what is God doing? He's picking a fight. And you'll see this over and over again. Old Testament, Jesus did it. The disciples did it. They went out into other lands. Paul walks into Ephesus, where Artemis is. What's he doing? He's picking a fight. So Abraham goes around. What happens? He has to kill kings. Fights happen. He starts wiping out. Look at the name of those kings. You find things out about them. Look at their family lines. You find out stuff about them. Okay? And what was the promise to Abraham? He'd be a blessing to all nations. So what's God doing here? He's fixing this up. He's addressing 1 to 11 straight away. And what does Abraham have? A child. What type of child? A natural child? A child of a promise. God's putting faith, a record of faith in us. Okay, he's starting something new. Okay, to fix up this situation here. Joshua 24:2. And Joshua said to all the people, "Thus says the Lord, the God of Israel, long ago your fathers lived beyond the Euphrates, Terah, the father of Abraham, and Nahor, and they served other gods." So God, there's all these people, they all serve other gods. The Elohim that will put over people, over land, we saw in Deuteronomy 32:7 and 8. And God's decided, I'm going to choose a people now. All you Elohim, you've had your shot. I am going to choose a people. And he chose Abraham, who served other Elohim. And he came and said, leave your family and leave your land and just listen to my voice? Will you believe my word? That's how you start a new line. Receiving a seed, a word. Yep. Okay. So God's picking fights. So what does he tell Abraham? Your descendants are going to go into Egypt. Why is that? Who's the biggest, strongest, proudest, most powerful Elohim on the earth right now? The Egyptian gods. So he's going to take his people and put them right in there. Imagine being the Egyptian gods when you saw Elohim's people come in and stand in your land. It would have been a very interesting, tense moment, I feel. Yep. So God puts Israel in Egypt. He's picking a fight. Okay? And his people are going to do it. And then God takes them out. Each plague is a rebuke to an individual god of Egypt, individual Elohim. Okay? So Hopi, the water bearer, God turns the Nile to blood. Heket has a frog head. Yep. So, plague of frogs. And you will see earlier on, I should have written this down, but the magicians match God early. Yep. Match, yep. Snakes and snakes. Yep, we can do that. I can do that. All right. But God's snakes ate their snakes. Okay. And earlier on, the magicians could do everything that God was doing. And then they got to a point where they got outclassed. And then it just went on and on and on and on and on. It's interesting. Okay. Geb was the god of dust. And it says lice from dust. Kepri, head of a fly, swarm of flies. Hathor had the head of a cow. That's a cow god. Probably literally had the head of a cow. Some fallen, you saw the cherubim, all those things up there. Okay? And then all the cows and cattle got killed with the plague. Isis with medicine and boils and sores in everybody. Nut, the goddess of the sky, then hail comes down from the sky. And then when the hail came down, they said, there's none like him in the earth. Who? Elohim, our Elohim. Seth, storm clouds, and there's clouds of locusts came. Ra, the sun god, okay, against the big gods now. They're top tier gods. And was it darkness? And last of all, Pharaoh, who's the son of Ra, and God struck down his firstborn. And from that, created the Passover, which brought in the Messiah. So you can see what God's doing. Go on the people and the land.